是莉莉李诗伟，我要结婚了，我将要嫁给一个帅气的印度男生。
The kind of qualities I saw in her that I couldn't see in other people were like we share the same values, the same faith in that sense. So that's one thing that brought us together.
I know I found someone who completes me, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So, Lydia, I love you. Or should I say, wow, I need.
我们就谈恋爱，7年才结婚。所以这7年当中，我们经历了很多不一样的事情。我们是在大学认识的，就是在那个学校 University Orientation Camp 的第一天，他刚好是我的团员，就包括那个 Orientation 的3天，就在外面混了一下7天，就不纷纷在一起了。
A lot of my interest in Chinese ladies was shaped during my earlier years because the schools that I went to generally had a lot of Chinese in them, and a lot of my friends were Chinese. So naturally, through hanging out together, we started sharing the same conversations and eventually the same interests. In a country like Singapore, where the majority of the population is Chinese, I think it's a lot easier for a minority group person to be interested in a Chinese lady or a Chinese person. It takes a lot of conviction and maybe even to some extent courage for someone from the Chinese race to date outside of the race. So I think, my thoughts are perhaps, would this girl be remotely interested in an Indian person? All the more given she's never dated anyone except Chinese before. So in the end, it all turned out well, I guess.
当时我还19岁，可是我觉得19岁你没有想那么多，因为我刚认识他的时候，我就是被他的那个charisma 跟性格吸引住，所以我觉得我把他看成一个人，不是像一个很像什么种族，还是印度啊、马来还是什么。当我们刚开始在一起的时候，就很多东西我是有点惊讶，有点吓到，因为就是有很多不一样的眼光。地铁上有很多不一样的遭遇啦。有一次他送我回家的时候，就有一个男生，就是有可能比较中年的啦，40多岁，他就拿起了他的手机，然后就讲说哎呀，不懂为什么这些女生要和这些黑人交往，又不是说他们很丑，又不是说他们找不到伙伴，为什么要跟这些人在一起？就是把他们讲成一个比较低级的一个人类这样子。
We were exiting the station at Kallang MRT and then just chatting to ourselves. Then suddenly we heard a guy like we heard someone spitting in the background. So I turned back, I didn't turn back because I wanted to hit him or what. I just turned back to see what the noise was there. But the guy obviously realized we noticed, so he just frowned and started walking away very fast. He's like a middle-aged guy.
以前比较年轻嘛，19、20岁，你不懂要怎么去处理。当时父母也还没有赞成，所以你就会想，好像父母那边又不是很顺利，而且就是觉得你们2个在一起只有彼此而已，只有对方。
The good thing is one thing we have in common is when one person is a bit more down than the other person steps up to motivate her. So whenever she's disillusioned by this, I would try to tell her that ultimately a marriage is made out of 2 people, for a lifetime. So what other people think does not matter as much as what you think of one another.
久而久之，我觉得我们习惯，我们就是没有去管，就是2个人在一起高兴，人家看就是看我们的快乐，我们没有去这样子管，我们就没有这么在乎哦。 如果你去乌节路的话，你就会看到就是不一样种族的情侣在一起，他们是在谈恋爱。真正走到那个结婚那个过程，我觉得不是说很多。我自己有朋友就是好像在一起了7年9年，就是一直不能结婚，就是因为家人不赞同。对，所以我觉得谈恋爱的是很多，可是真正走到这个阶段的是真的是不容易啦。
达人的。
我跟我的家人很亲，所以我觉得，如果我喜欢的一个人，我希望我的家人会接受。我think我们守秘密没有守得那么好。刚在一起，我们没有讲，我们是被不懂哪个人发现的，然后就跟我们父母亲讲，天翻地覆，天翻地覆，这样对吗？就是反应很大啦。
She didn't give me a lot of details except to say that, there was this person, very interesting, play sports, quite academic, used to fly with the Singapore Air Force and wanted to become a pilot. And, it was of a different race. I said, what race? He says, it's a handsome Indian boy. So, there wasn't a very clear image of what to expect, except to say, hey, there's somebody, without a face, but probably, not yellow in color.
We always expect it's like Chinese marry Chinese and things like that. So it was like for a few months, I don't really talk to her because I was upset that it was not my expected son-in-law. Not the way that I want it to be. So when she come back from work, I will just go into my room.
I think 我让我父母挺伤心的吧。他应该是觉得，新加坡这么多男生，这么多华人男生，为什么你不要找一个你现在找的那个是就是全部华人男生已经不在了吗？才找另外一个，所以。天翻地覆哦，就是有跟父母吵架。我们的父母第一次见面是在我们的毕业典礼的时候，当天他们已经在路程当中5分钟前，我们就讲说 ，OK， 我们的男朋友女朋友的父母都会在，那我们希望他们不要掉头回家。
When we attended their graduation, where we saw, the evidence. That she's so claimed that this is a particular person, right, who has got his life plan worked out. He knows what he wanted, and importantly, he took care of Lydia in terms of guiding her, not just to have a good time in university, but also to really stay focused on the study. So I think we are talking about someone, despite of his young age. He's already quite a go-getter, but with a heart, with a good heart.
We got an ultimate reward in terms of our graduation. We were able to do relatively well, and that was when the parents grew to appreciate.
I think 我很欣赏他的一件事情，他就是他肯忍。我觉得忍是一个很重要的一个virtue， 因为这个忍的过程会让人家心软，而让人家改变。
When I decided to accept Yogi, I told myself that I will try my best to actually treat him equal as my son. I like Jake. When they decided to get married, I was thinking that what should I give to Yogi? So I decided to shop for a piece that I like. And then I just have to get it designed and then set for him. So because Chinese believe that jade is actually a gift from the king. Okay, so I just want to give him something that is different, that is very Chinese. in that sense.
They take care of me. They really very selfless. They go out of their way to really provide for me. On Sundays, I'm very much a part of their family dinner because Sundays normally they have dinner as a family. So they're always looking to ensure that I go, for dinner together. I really appreciate that I have a new set of parents in that sense. And I'm always looking forward to spending time with them now actually.
Okay, you eat,
Yogi and Lydia got their registered marriage last year, December. So for us, it's customary to invite the newly married couple, their in-laws, to any festive season or festival. And it's his first Deepavali as a married man and wife. And we felt it's most appropriate to bring them in to see our tradition and custom and feel part of a family. I see like Indians, traditionally the mother-in-law passes all the cultures and traditions to the first daughter-in-law and son, like father will pass to his son. So we felt, will she be able to cope? I also felt, how to teach, a Chinese girl Indian tradition and culture. Then I felt, no, that you should not have headache over that. I realized that is probably 20% of the worries. The other 80% is their life. Is she fit for him? Are they doing well in studies? Are they, coping with each other's shortfalls and, upbringings? Then I felt they were a good match and they were accommodating. So then learn to let go.
Initially, I was a little reluctant. I thought if the elder boy can get an Indian girl, she would know the culture. But then after getting along with Lydia, I found that she can also pick up whatever he needs for his life. She's okay and she's good for Yogi. So we just let it. We are happy to accept her as our daughter.
To some extent, they were concerned perhaps that us being from two different races, one of the cultures may be compromised. They may have had their concern that the Indian culture may be compromised. But that was something that we were able to show over time. They may have come up with some good intentions there, because the idea is that when two cultures come together, both cultures should be, growing together in that sense.
学习是一个过程啦。我现在嫁入了这个家庭，我要身为一个女生，我需要做什么东西？对，我就学到。我也会特地去问，这个是做这个是因为干什么？做这个是因为干什么？而慢慢去学。
We're getting designer clothes, Indian traditional designer clothes for Yogi and Lydia for their wedding banquet lunch. This is our firstborn. She's their firstborn. So naturally, I think we're not looking at money or things. We want them to look grand. And I think they need to wear the best. Both of the girls telling me, very nice, very nice.
当我穿了那个saree的时候，我觉得很高兴，因为不容易两个好朋友就这样子可以结婚了，所以我觉得到时候那一天结婚那一天，我有可能会很感动这样子。
All of us are very happy because they've chosen to live together. We support that all the way, and we are merging both the Chinese and Indian customs. In the course of merging, we try to give in and take. For us, we're Hindus, and then Lydia side is Christian, so they can't enter temple to do a thali ceremony. Thali, like what I'm having now, is the symbol of a Hindu marriage. So ideally, of course, he's the firstborn. My husband and I would love his wife to tie that. But then we felt that because she's a Christian girl, we don't like to force our values. So my husband and I deliberated on that. We say, okay, we will not do that ceremony in order not to hurt them. Some customs we need to preserve because he's the first in our side, both maternal and paternal. For the bride, this is the time the mom and the aunties will adorn her with bangles presented by the boy's side and also by the mom's side. The importance is they want ladies to adorn all the glass bangle, have the sound and the clutter. And it's tradition that people believe that these are the things that make the day more auspicious.
很感谢他，就是做了这些准备啦。因为今天很多的东西本来就是新娘的妈妈、新娘的家庭去准备的，可是就是他会先帮我们准备，然后带过来。我的父母就是也是用很包容的心，就是很快乐的心情，也是跟我一起准备，所以觉得他们的心情也会影响到我去享受这个过程哦。
Before today's event, we didn't exactly know what to expect, but as the relatives start coming in, despite the rain, and they were all looking so happy and cheerful, I think the joy kind of rubbed on to me lah, and I felt that my daughter should be in good hands because the relatives are also supportive, and therefore I think today should be a very good day.
Today is the groom's side ceremony. So for the groom, we are marrying my son off, and he happened to be the oldest and the eldest in both maternal, paternal. So to us, it's a first wedding. Of course, I want my house to be full of jubilance and excitement. The other day you saw the ladies doing, right? Today the man will be doing. This is something similar, but then they are saying a different version. So I've told Lydia's mom that today the brother, the uncle, her own brothers or her own uncle or Lydia's father play a good role here.
I felt very honored because it's quite nice of them to go beyond their culture and appreciate mine and to share in the traditions, in the habits, and to bless me. So it's somewhat heartening to know that, my newfound parents in that sense are also blessing me. So it felt good.
Friends, we're really glad for the wonderful turnout. In fact, there are a whole lot more people that we have loved to invite, and we're only limited by the space here. We're truly thankful for all their love and well wishes.
Lydia, live a happy and prosperous life.
Wish you the best in life.
Respect your elders and make the culture strong, both the Indian and Chinese culture.
当时候我们也是有给他的亲戚敬茶，对，所以我觉得这个是很有意义，因为他们是第一次也不了解啊，但就其实挺好玩的。
Tea is very sweet.
Look after my daughter. Okay, look after.
我们第一个进场，我们就给一个小惊喜咯。他在穿一个印度服装，跳一个华人的舞。然后我在穿那个印度服装，我是华人，而这样子走进来，所以我觉得一个很有意义。
Mom and Dad were kind of over the moon in the sense that the moment the first entry was going to happen and they were expecting a normal usual entry in a gown and a suit, and then suddenly you have this guy up on stage like playing the drum and they're wondering who, and then turns out it's their own son. I think they realized, oh, this is going to be something different, and then the moment the rest of the wedding proceeded on and they saw various cultural elements in place, various performances in place, they were really happy and they took pride because many of their own friends and relatives were there as well.
I could see that in their program planning, they're trying to engage every person who are there, for them at their wedding. I certainly did enjoy myself.
My guide, my guardian, my inspiration, my strength, and above all, you're my soulmate. We wanted to show that in a way it's when two cultures come together, it doesn't necessarily spoil the mixture. It's not like when you mix too many seasonings in a soup and the whole soup goes spoiled and rotten. It's more of we want to show that when two cultures come together, they can produce something splendid, something grand. We are happy to share our story. We're happy for people to know that it's not the end of the road just because you're dating someone from another race. And there's actually a very nice finish line waiting for you if you're willing to avoid all the pitfalls and hang in there through the difficult times.
很多人很期待要看我们的孩子是长得怎么样的，一直跟我们讲说，哦，你的孩子应该是很漂亮啊，很帅啊什么，就是给我们的很多expectation， 所以我怕有可能没有 fulfill 到他们 expectation 出来就哎呦。
有了新 MSN， 再也不怕错过电视节目。